Alright, g'day, hi and welcome. Okay, into the abyss under the truck we go. What I'm doing is just seeing what I got to work with here. My $500 truck. And what I want to do is just take a general consensus of, the condition of the truck, right? So it's actually not as bad as I thought in the box. I mean, you can see that it's not bad up there at all. That's fine. Here's where where our worries are going to be, but they're not that bad. Like, you can see there's still paint there. That's good. The back of the cab, not easy to see out, and the frame's a little bit flaky, but not too bad. Part of the cab there's a little bit rough, but that's relatively fixable. The rockers were cut out of this thing because they were hanging down and all that, but I can fix all that. But the actual cab itself is not in bad shape. Not in bad shape at all. The box, I don't want to get rust in the eye if I can help it. Everything else looks good. Crosser on the frame there. I've already hit this with a hammer and stuff like that to check it out. You see down there, not too bad. Like, again, a lot of it looks worse than what it is. The worst one I think is that one and that one. The other big one seems to be good, and this big one seems to be good, and this one still has paint on it. That's good. So I want to cover those up. And this is the back of the fender well here. So you can see it's not so great there, but not too bad as we go up. See, it was kind of sealed up, I guess, with something at one point. And I will oil spray all in here or whatever. Rust converter, whatever I got to use. Gotta get out this side. There we go. Get set up on the other side. And yeah. I guess what I can do is check out the back of the bumper. I want to check out my hitch. Oh, spare tire's gone. Okay, doesn't matter. I got a whole bunch. I got like so many tires for this thing. It's not funny. Got a good deal for $500 even just in. I got like, okay, some of the tires probably the best, but I got lots of tires anyway. So back here looks really good. Okay, so I gotta get a better flashlight, but a lot of surface rust and flaky stuff. But the frame looks good. There's my Reese hitch. Get this all cleaned up. That looks okay. Just all surfaced and ugly. Back of the bumper. So again, once I get the POR 15 or whatever I'm going to use on it, it's going to look pretty good. Yeah, that crosser, well, it's all there. That's good. Okay, that box crosser there, that's the one I'm most concerned about, is that one. Well, that one's not that bad. I thought that one was worse. Okay, it's bad on this end, I guess. But again, the seam on the box is pretty good. Up there, it's very hard to get all over the place here. Hopefully my video doesn't flop upside down on me, but if it does, I apologize. I don't know what the rear diff is on this. It doesn't look like it. He said it might be leaking, but I don't think it is. It doesn't look like it's leaking. Fuel tank's only a year or two old, so it is a metal fuel tank, so I want to cover that with something. I'd rather have a plastic fuel tank. Frame looks good. So yeah, I got a big job ahead of it, converting all the rust. But again, the inside of the bumper is pretty solid there. Yeah. So if I get it now, if I get it now, get it done now, I'll probably get another couple of years out of this truck anyway. Nice thing about a truck is once you get under them, you got all the room to work. You don't have to jack them up for most things. Unless it's like wheel bearings or something like that, you really don't have to jack them up. That's always nice. So that's the new-ish tank. I don't think it's brand new, obviously, but it's not too bad. Not too bad. Mostly surface rust. We'll have all this cleaned up anyway. Now, where I want to look is, this is the bad side. So yeah, you can see where the light's coming through on there. That's the bad side. Oh, okay, that one's pretty bad there. But still fixable. I mean, that's the bad crosser there. That's onto the cab. So yeah, again for 500 bucks, right? So frame's good though. Frame is good. Let's get up closer to the front. Oh yeah, so this is the bad spot here, I guess. This is, I would say that's the worst spot. That's bad. That's gone. Rest is okay, but there's good. Back of the cab here is good. Look at that. Still got the paint on it. That's good. How are we doing up in here? Yeah, so this is the bad side of the truck, where most of you can see where the rust line is there. You know, let's see if I can get it. You can see it coming out, but yeah, I can work with that. That's where the fuel cap is, like that. That's not that bad. Not that bad. Maybe next year I'll take the box off of it and we'll just go nuts on it. Not too bad. So yeah, that's my worst spot right there. Okay, now I know what I'm dealing with. Up there, that all looks okay. There's a catalytic converter. There's one, there's two. Pipe looked like it was coated with something. That's good. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad at all. Not too bad at all. Cross brace there, not rotted out yet. That's good. Frame looks good. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Yeah, that's all rotted there. That's okay. That is what it is. Not worried about that because I'm just going to saturate that with oil. It might not get any better, but for a work truck, it's more than fine. I only care about the real structural stuff. Like that's not the best there, but you know that'll hold up for another couple of years. Up to there, maybe I could get that body guy to work on that, but the cab floor is actually good. Yeah, there's still rubberization on there, so yeah. Let's see, there's the driver's side floor. It's fine. It's fine. So that's what I got to look at underneath. How am I doing for time? Yeah, not too bad. So yeah, I mean, some of you guys, oh, that truck is done. Blah, blah. It's not done. Not even close to done. Obviously, like I say, down in there looks good. So my worst spot is on this side. This, that, the front bumper. You can see most of it. What am I doing for time? Yeah, okay. So, see most of it from here. Front bumper is just fantastic. That's all good. You see the fender wells here are just fantastic. Here, I'll give you a little tip. See, like the paint's still on here. Okay, now it's just starting to chip. This is where you want to preserve first, because once this chips off, that's when the rust comes out, and you don't see it until it comes out to here, right? Like on the back there. But if you save this rim, you save your truck. Just so you know. That's any vehicles, not just trucks. But you see that bumper, fine. Like, that's the only, you know, I mean, this truck is pretty clean for, especially exterior. No rust in here at all. I already showed that in another video. No rust in the hood at all. Again, you can see all this rim here is fine. Just perfect. Perfect. Bumper again, fine. Frame again, fine. Yeah, as long as the frame is good, there's really nothing you can't do with it. So this side is not, this side is really nice under the box here, as we see. So my rust is probably about here, maybe here at max. So I cut this out. I have two options. I could do it the right way, cut it out, body fill it, do it. It's a lot of work. Pay a body guy to do it. Back here, probably have to cut all this out. Got to do the tailgate. And then have all this has got to go, I guess. Basically, that's a lot. So we're talking about maybe from there. So this side is the worst. Fender flares are one option, but the bodywork is probably the same cost as the fender flares. I'd rather have the bodywork than the fender flares, although it's a lot easier. And then, of course, a little bit of rust down here, like stuff like that. So I'm going to go around it. For this year, I'll oil spray it. As we're looking at, I want to drive it around for like a couple of weeks before I commit any money to it. You know, common sense. And then again, we'll look at we see like, okay, the seam let go on this. But I know as bad as it looks, it's completely fixable, guys. This is where I'd like to have a little MIG welder. So the rot is here, obviously. But you cut that out, you can weld here, tack, tack, tack. tack, fill it full of body oil, which I have downstairs. I'll have to buy more. You fill in here, you just spray it in. Tailgate's good for another 100,000. Inside of the box is fine. I know the tires are in the way. There is some dents there. I don't know what I want to do. Okay, you guys, this is where, yeah, I'll stop the video here, and we'll have a discussion on box.